Mga kababayan, parang awa nyo na. Stay home and save lives. Para po malift na ng mayora natin ang liquor ban. Hello and welcome to the channel. This is Alan. If you're new to the channel, I am into watches, knives, and motorcycles. Lately, hindi masyado ako nagmomotor kasi nga COVID, man. I belong in the high-risk group because I do have a heart condition. I have palpitations. Now that everyone is trying to get some vaccine, I just hope that it's gonna be stable enough that I can go there and it's gonna be, or maybe have myself vaccinated as well. Anyways, for this episode, I'm gonna be talking about a watch that I have always wanted. Well, I want it, but I cannot afford it. So enter Get an Homage. This brand is none other than the AP Audemars Piguet. It's from France. Huh, very French. Lots of reviews about the watch. It is a nice watch. It is a bit overpriced and it is a bit overhyped. They are considered to be one of the holy trinity in the watch world. One being Patek, second being Audemars Piguet. The third is a toss-up between a Vacheron Constantin or maybe a Rolex. I don't know, I can't afford any of them. If you know this channel is all about budget things, you know, budget knives, budget motorcycles, and budget watches. You know, the bang for the buck. If you're just a normal guy earning your wages, earning your income in a normal way and not a super rich millionaire like this guy, timepiece gentleman, I mean, he's getting there. Not into the likes of producer Michael Roman Sharf, but this guy is cool. I have a few watches that I always wanted to check. By the way, time check, this is my SKX033 Pepsi and a white leather band. Now, between the watches that I wear, I usually wear the Seikos, the SKXs. That's my main watch. And if you can see here, I do have a few replica watches. Some I scoff at replicas, but the way I use them, since I cannot afford the original one for the life of me, I'd go for the replica at the moment. And I do like the replicas. I mean, it gives you the feel. You know that it's fake. I don't have any qualms about that because I just know I can't afford it. The real ones. As much as I would like to. So, if you can't afford that, it doesn't mean that you can't wear it. But hey, go for this one. I enjoy these guys. And this one too. The Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. Royal Oak. I think this is not the offshore. This is just the Royal Oak. And this is by Nevis. Now I tried to choose between all the watches that did homages for the AP Royal Oak. Of all the homage, there's Benyar, and then there's Onola, and then there's, these are all Chinese brands, and this one, the Nevis. I chose the Nevis because, for one, the screws, they line up the octagon. The other ones, the screws were all over. By the way, these are not real screws, these are just etched. At least they're lined up correctly like a real AP Royal Oak should. So taking this off, this guy is selling watches. Inventory sale. So, that's these Rolex guys. He's a Rolex guy. And he is the timepiece gentleman, if you guys don't know him. So this, I always approximate on how it wears. In my right, I have my smartwatch, and in my left, I have my watch of the day. You know, when you wear these kind of things, I don't care if it's fake, I don't care if it's an homage, I don't care if it's cheap. You get an approximation of how a real Royal Oak Audemars Piguet would wear. Now if you go to Bark and Jacks, there was a recent review about the guy in Barks and Jacks, I forget his name, but I always watch him as well. And this the AP Royal Oak was his one of his Grail watch, and he got it. Now, once he got it, yes, he was saying that it was nice and everything, but for the amount that he paid for it, it was a watch that was, well, for one, the crown was edged. You know, it's got the octagon shape, and when you do the hand winding, because it wasn't an automatic, it was a manual wind. So you wind it every day because that's how manual wind is. So it was hurting his hand. That's what he was saying. And you know, yes, it's a nice watch. It's just there when you do this. When you're doing this every day, checking out your eBay, the local shops, or my statistics, everything that you do, and you do this every day. And what he was saying is he still liked the watch, but it was not worth the hype that was what he wanted. Because at the end of the day, when you look at the watch, it was not an automatic watch. It did not have a day complication. It did have a date complication, but you know, mechanical watches, I get it. I get it, yes. There's that nostalgic beauty of what a mechanical watch should. And I think that's what that guy was trying to convey. Although it has its shortcomings, but because he still liked the piece, still liked it, period. Going back to this watch, it is technically the same watch. This having the advantage of being a quartz, and you don't need to wind it every day. If you have lots of watches, that's a problem because when you choose which watch to wear, you put it in the winder, and hopefully when you get it, it's still telling the right time because it's automatic. Now, a manual wind watch, you cannot do this. You need to wind it every single same time of the day. And if you have lots of watches, that's too much. I don't have much of a collection, but 50 watches. 30 of that would be automatics and 20 of that would be quartz. There's 6 of them here that's being kept into rotation so that when I get it, it's gonna be on time. And then there's a go bag, like a go-to case that is just quartz and it would be on time. But you know, when you want to get that special piece and then you need to set the time, you need to wind it, it is a very, it would take most of your time to maintain that watch. But like I said, it's just something that he likes, and I guess if you paid for it for the amount that you paid for it, you would be saying that I'm gonna defend my purchase and I'm gonna like it.